Mathematics as a language.
Selamat pagi.
Guten Morgen!
Bom dia.
Bonjour.
Dzień dobry.
Доброе утро.
Buenos días.
God morgon. Günaydın.
Buongiorno, which means good morning.
Well, there are two possibilities. One is, if we only have understood the language that are mentioned, they are beautiful. They are music to our ears. Second is, what if we don't understand those languages? Suppose you have to understand those things considering the 6,500 languages spoken around the world today. It's overwhelming. It's confusing. The tendency? We no longer are interested about it. That is why we need to devise something that cuts across language barriers around the world. Something that transcends beyond cultural boundaries. Something that would let us understand concepts no matter where we are, no matter what races we have. Something that is fixed and absolute. Now that is mathematics as a language. Now, why is mathematics considered to be a language? Well, first thing, according to Galileo Galilei, the laws of nature are written in the language of mathematics, which would mean natural phenomena are being described concisely and precisely by sets of formulas, which in fact are mathematical symbols. Indeed, mathematics is the language of science.
Math is a human language, just like English, Spanish, or Chinese, because it allows people to communicate with each other. Even in ancient times, people needed the language of math to conduct trade, to build monuments, and to measure the land for farming. This idea of math as a language isn't exactly new. A great philosopher once said, "The laws of nature are written in the language of mathematics." So you see, even Galileo agrees with me. But somewhere along the line, we've taken this language of math, which is about the real world around us, and we've abstracted it beyond recognition. And that's why kids are confused.
The Pythagorean theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is just equal to the sum of the squares of its legs. This equation is the core of geometry, links it with algebra, and it's the foundation of trigonometry. Without it, accurate surveying, map making, and navigation would be impossible. The Newton's universal law of gravitation. It calculates the force of gravity between two objects. It uses techniques of calculus to understand how the world works. Even though it was later supplanted by Einstein's theory of relativity, it is still essential for practical description of how objects interact with each other. We use it this day to design orbits of satellites and probes. The Einstein's theory of relativity. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. Probably, this is the most famous theory of all times. It completely changed our view of matter and reality. Let's define language first. Language, a system of conventional spoken manual or written symbols by means of which human beings as members of a social group and participants in its culture express themselves. So why is mathematics considered to be a language when in fact it's not spoken? Well, it made sense. Whichever definition is used, language should contain the following components. There must be a vocabulary of words and symbols. Meaning must be attached to the words or symbols. A language employs grammar, which is a set of rules that outline how vocabulary is used. A syntax organizes symbols into linear structures or propositions. A narrative or discourse consists of a string of syntactic propositions. There must be or have been a group of people who use and understand the symbols. Mathematics meets all of these requirements as a language. The symbols, their meanings, the syntax and the grammar are all the same all throughout the world. Mathematicians, scientists, and others use math to describe itself, which is called meta-mathematics. Real-world phenomena and abstract concepts. Math is a universal language. Its symbols, its organization to form equations are the same in every country of the world. These are the mathematics symbols. Plus, minus, multiplied by, divided by, plus or minus, is greater than, is less than, is equal to, is not equal to, is similar to, is congruent to, infinity, is greater than or equals, is less than or equals, is equivalent to, implies, theta, empty set, triangle or delta, for all, pi, which is 3.1459, integral, intersection of two sets, union of two sets, factorial, therefore, square root of, perpendicular, exist, percent, line AB, segment AB, ray AB, right angle, angle, sum of, braces, brackets, parentheses. Then why language is important? Number one, to understand the expressed ideas. Second, to communicate ideas to others. The characteristics of mathematics language. Number one, precise, able to make very fine distinctions and definitions. Second, concise, able to say something briefly. Powerful, able to express complex thoughts with relative ease. And that is mathematics as a language. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.